is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to just have a play really with some, you know, ready-made pieces that I've got and make them finished pieces, if you see what I mean. So I've pulled in a few pieces from our mass making sessions, and I've also pulled in a few clusters that, you know, I've made like yonks ago. And I just thought we could decorate them up so they're then ready to actually use in a journal. I'm trying to be a bit better about the whole matchy-matchy thing, and not being quite so obsessive about the matchy-matchy thing. So, you know, I think it's kind of time to decorate some of these bits and pieces up and actually just use them, rather than kind of always be thinking, oh, you know, they don't match, and, you know, be obsessed like that. So, yeah, I thought we'd just come on and have a bit of a play with some of the bits that we've got. And then they can get, you know, kind of moved on, ready for projects, if you see what I mean. So I've got this one here. I'm just going to, I'm going to take this bow because, my goodness, talk about a good colour match with that flower. So all this is one of those lovely Patricia Varimontes book page pockets we've made in the mass making. And that's just obviously a cluster that I've just made. And we'll just decorate it up with, you know, just one or two more little details. So I think this bow would look really good on there, like that. And I'm thinking possibly some other white lace, because we've got that white lace coming down there. Although now I'm looking at it, I'm not even too sure whether that's white. It might be slightly dyed, weirdly. Isn't it strange when your eyes kind of just distort the way that you're seeing things? Yep, I find that happens more and more. Yeah, I can't actually tell, to be honest, whether that's white or whether it's a different colour. But anyway, we'll go for that. I'm just wondering whether we could tear something like this in, or whether that's, what do we think? Let me just tear this across. I mean, we could have it up the top, or we could have it coming out here. Oh, that's quite nice. It's a bit more subtle kind of on the bottom layer, isn't it? So yeah, let's just do that. Okay. So yeah, I just thought, you know, fancied having a bit of a play today, and, you know, didn't really kind of know what I fancied doing. So I thought, well, actually this, oh my goodness, did you see that? I mean, judging by that, maybe I shouldn't be doing anything today. Perhaps that was, yeah, I should have taken note, as I wasn't sure what to do. Maybe I should have taken that as a hint that really I shouldn't be doing anything. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to have to scrape a lot of that off, because, my goodness, talk about too much glue on there. Right, let's just stick that down. So obviously that's going to be poking out, you know, from behind that cluster. So just pop that down like that. Okay. Excuse my really mucky dry wet wipe here. I've obviously been using it yesterday, in the video yesterday, and yeah, I should have really got a fresh one, but I didn't think. So yeah, I do apologise for it being so completely messy. So then we can have this cluster on here, and I love this bow, which I thought I'd have down there, but I actually might prefer it up here. So let's just glue this down. And, yeah, I'll just put a layer of glue in there. And then just glue this one down here. Oops. Like that. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm thinking kind of maybe have some lace running across the top, and then just tie that in with that bow. So let me just bring some lace. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's another really warm day here. And again, I know I always say this, and it's so boring to just listen to me say it day after day, but just a bit of a disclaimer. I film ahead. So if you're looking out and you live in the UK and you think, what's she talking about? It's not nice at all. Trust me, honestly, today as I'm filming, it's glorious, glorious sunshine. So yeah, this is during our hot spell, kind of, which, yeah, it's incredibly hot. And I was just saying to my friend yesterday, actually, it's so annoying because you know, yeah, I just constantly complain. I mean, the weather can never be quite right for me, but, you know, it goes from being kind of grey and overcast to then just boiling. We don't seem to get kind of just those nice days anymore, you know, that is just like in between. I don't know, maybe like 75 or something like that in temperature, you know. They go from literally like, yeah, freezing and, you know, well, not necessarily freezing, but, you know, overcast and grey, quite often even raining. Well, actually, no. Let's say overcast and grey. Sorry, I'm just going to put another glue stick in. So, yeah, overcast and grey to then just absolutely boiling. And there's like nothing in between. And I mean, to be fair, when I was young, I probably would have loved it, you know. I would have thought, oh, great, you know, another boiling day. But, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but as I've got older, actually, I don't necessarily like it quite so boiling. I just find myself wanting to hide indoors. So, yeah, I'm at that stage now where just hiding indoors. Hiding indoors, waiting for the weather to cool down. Oh, I love that. That's such a pretty pocket, isn't it? Now, personally, I quite like, you know, where it's been torn out of the book. So we've got those kind of scraggedy edges. I mean, obviously, if you didn't like that look, you could obviously cut your edges so they're neater. But, you know, like I say, I'm going to leave mine because I actually think that's really pretty. So let's put that to one side. That's one done. Okay, let's bring in this one. So this is one of those side tuck type pockets. So I need quite a narrow kind of cluster. I mean, we could use that one. It's not too bad. I can't help but think maybe I should get rid of that purple flower because I feel like that's going to really limit me when I come to use this, because it's doubtful that that's going to go with everything I'm using it for, if you see what I mean. Yeah, that just feels a lot more usable now, so what a waste of that flower. Okay, right. But sometimes, you know, you've got to do what's going to make it usable. I mean, there's no point in having things that then you're going to struggle to use, is there? So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have, I think, some lace up there. And I think the lace would benefit from being inked up. So, let's just ink that. Okie dokie. Right, let's just ink this up. And we will just ink around here. Like that, okay. Oh, that looks just pretty, just like that. I mean, it barely needs anything else even on there, does it? I will just tear this cluster down slightly because, you know, this is only kind of copy paper and I feel like it would be a vulnerable point on that pocket. So, yeah, let's just do it like that, I think. So, again, oops. Oh, it did actually have some other paper underneath, which I hadn't realised. Didn't realise that. Okay, let's just glue that down. I mean, I'm just being really lazy and using my hot glue just because it's really super quick and easy. And, you know, I know that everything's glued down and I don't have to worry then. But, you know, use whatever glue that you've got on hand or whatever glue you like using, you know. I mean, I love using hot glue, as you know. So, for me, you know, hot glue is kind of always a bit of a favourite. Okay. Oh, I love how that looks. That's so pretty. And do you know what? I'm thinking, oh, let's maybe have a bow again. I know, I'm getting irritating over the use of the bows, aren't I? But I just really like them everywhere I put them. They just seem to just go really nicely. So, yeah. Let's just cut that down. Oops. Put that to one side. Okay. Right. Drop that down. Yeah, I shall ask the kids if they want to go to the beach a bit later. I'm filming this obviously during the summer holidays, so I mean they're in bed at the moment, but I mean they're not asleep. I know I say this all the time, but you know they're just on their tablets, you know, well, tablet, and my son's on his phone. So yeah, I mean they're not asleep or anything, but I shall ask them if they want to go to the beach. I think I might have it there. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? So again, just going to hot glue that down. How gorgeous does that look? Oh, I just love how that looks. Really, really, really nice. Now, do I want any other lace or anything like that maybe coming out at the bottom? Let's just see. Just check. Oh, yeah. Let's have some more at the bottom. A bit of a lace overload here, but it does finish it off so nicely, doesn't it? I mean, we could have left it, obviously, with just the one piece, but hey. Why leave it at one where you can have two? Okay. Oh, how pretty does that look? And actually, I've just noticed I've got some of those fabric flower trims. I don't know whether this would go or not, but oh, perhaps it looks better without. Yeah, I think that's kind of overdoing it. It was just that it happened to be there, so I thought, well, let's just see whether that might go. Right, then I've got one of those kind of over the page pockets. So again, we've made these in a mass make, and they would just kind of like hook over a page like that. So you glue them on that edge on either side, and then you've got your pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, and a pocket here. So, okay, let's again just ink this up. Because, you know, wherever I use this, or however I use this, it's going to be inked, I'm guessing. So, you know, it's just easier then to put it with the clusters, because of course all the time it's not inked, it maybe is not going to look really, you know, very coordinating with them. So we'll just quickly ink this up. And I'm still using my walnut stain, so I feel like I've been saying that for months now, but yeah, just I'm having a bit of a breather from the vintage photo. No particular reason, you know, I haven't gone off it or anything. I just fancied a change. I can't remember even, to be honest. They might not have had any vintage photo when I last, you know, came to order it. Maybe that was what prompted me. I can't honestly remember, because it's been ages now since that was the case. But yeah, I'm really enjoying using it, I have to say. Really liking the walnut stain. Right, let's see what cluster would look good on here. Again, you know, it's those purple flowers. They don't really kind of tie it in, do they? Too brilliantly. They kind of make it so it just doesn't really go too brilliantly. Let me just keep that to one side, just in case I want to use that. I'm struggling a bit to find one that's going to be quite suitable, to be honest. I mean, we could have that, and then I wonder, because for me then this blue is going to then stop me from actually wanting to use this, because if I've got the reds from those flowers, the chances are I'm not really going to be feeling that the blue goes, if you see what I mean. So what I'm going to do, tear the blue off like that. I did by mistake tear a load of that building off, but never mind. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking up there, and then again, let me just bring in some lace. Okay. Okay. Like that, and let's try it there. Perhaps I prefer through at the other side. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, I don't know. Plus, obviously, I need 2 clusters for this one, or two of something. Oh, I wonder whether I'd be better off with these. These are those lovely cigarette lady clusters, inspired by the lovely Lorette Chandler. So, yeah, I love her work. She's just amazing. She makes beautiful, beautiful things. Yeah, I think I prefer the ladies on there. So I'm just going to tear this down because otherwise it's a little bit too wide for the piece. And then I'm just going to dab a little dab of glue. Oops. To just keep that held down. Okay. Yeah, I love how that looks. And then going to have this lace. Do we want it running down the edge of here? Do we think? Or we could have it on the edge of there. Or we could have it like that. Or we could have it at the bottom. Honestly, so many choices here. So many choices. Oh, I just don't know. It's so tough. I think I quite like it along the bottom, weirdly enough, because I didn't think that was going to be where I did like it. But yeah, I think the bottom is kind of the winning place at the moment for me. So yeah, going to just pop that on there. So again, I'm just going to be super lazy and do it with the hot glue. Okay, pop that down. Like that. I'm just going to tear that bit of doily off. Okay, let's just trim that thread off. Then we're going to have this here, like along the bottom. Looks very pretty. Okay, like that. Yeah, I like that. Just noticed I've got this laying around. I wonder whether we could have this anywhere. Let me just tuck this in here. Oops. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? I mean, I know that's like barely anything, you know, and it kind of probably seems like pointless putting it in there. But to be honest, sometimes it's just those tiny little things that just make such a difference, don't they? You know, they don't need to be massive, great big things. They just, you know, you just need a really small something to just, I don't know, bring something to life, or, you know, change the appearance a little bit. So yeah, I just thought that looked really nice on there, and it just kind of broke it up, whereas otherwise it wasn't sort of standing out that much, if you know what I mean. Right, okay, so we've got that. Now I'm again wondering if I could have a little bow somewhere. So let me just see what colour bows I've got. I've got this one. Let's just cut this down. Okay. Yeah, so hot, honestly. Feel boiling already. Just got my kind of shorts and t-shirt on, but oh my goodness, I'm very, very warm already. So it doesn't bode well for the rest of the day, does it, to be honest? Oh, how gorgeous is that with it in the middle? I know that's really weird, and I, you know, don't very often put things in the middle like that, but it looks actually really good. It's gonna have it kind of to one side, but yeah, I love that in the middle. Let's have that there. Okay, right. Oops, sorry, let me get my glue stick working. I've been saying this for weeks now, but honestly, my glue stick's obviously kind of on its way out, and it's, the glue kind of keeps getting stuck where it won't kind of push down, if you know what I mean. So I then have to just kind of force it and remove it down. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty. Okay, so the other side, obviously we've got this other, you know, same kind of concept with the lady. So just trim the threads off her a bit as well. So she is going to go on here. Again, I'm just going to dab just a little bit of glue there to kind of hold all the pieces together. Okay, like that. Okay, so she's going to go, yeah, on there. And again, do I want the lace on the bottom? We could have it at the top, or we could have it down the side on this side. I mean, obviously we can see the back of this, if you see what I mean. But once this is on a page, you're not going to see the back of it, because of course it's going to be like an over the page piece. So, you know, don't worry about that. Right, I'm wondering whether we could have this poking out again, a bit like we did on the other side. Yep, okay, that's nice, isn't it? So yeah, I think what I'll do is pop that lace down that edge. Like that. Okay. Like that. Okay, just check I don't want it on there. Kind of more visible, if you see what I mean. I think that is quite nice there actually. And again, let's just see if we want any little bows anywhere. Just really enjoying using those bows so much. I'm kind of having bow overload. Yeah, do apologise. Just find them really fun, and they're a bit like the butterflies in that they just seem to go everywhere that you try them. But you know, of course, it's nice to use something different to butterflies, if you see what I mean. So let's just take those down. This one might be going to be too big actually, but let's give it a try. Okie doke. Oops, come on. Again, just quickly ink this up a bit. Oh, perhaps we should have this there at the side, or we could have it here. I think it's nice in any of those places, to be honest. So let's just get this glued down now. Okay. I'd been hoarding these cigarette card lady ones that I had made inspired by Lorette. Yeah, I'd been hoarding them for a while because I thought they were so lovely. I didn't really then want to use them. But yeah, it's time to stop hoarding things. I know, I'm saying that. I mean, obviously I will continue to hoard quite a few things, you know. Can't try and run before I can walk, but, you know, hopefully eventually I will stop hoarding, you know, quite the amount of things that I currently hoard. Okay, and yeah, let's just try where we want the bow. Or we could have it kind of here on this edge, or at the top, or even at the top there. Or we could have it on the bottom like on the other one, to be honest. That looks quite pretty actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So again, just, oh, sorry, just got a piece of fabric there, came dangling in with my hot glue. There we go. Oh my goodness, hang on. Ooh. Did you see what happened? It got stuck on my glass mat, and then when I moved it, of course, it then went completely skew-if because it was kind of more stuck on the mat than it was stuck anywhere else, if you see what I mean. So yeah, we nearly had a really skew-if bow there. Anyway, luckily managed to you know, spot it and quickly move it back on. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, loving the pieces that we've made so far. So move that to one side. What was the other piece that I bought? Right, so this one is just a, you know, like scrap, an offcut of some scrapbook paper. Well, not scrapbook paper, digi. So again, just thought, get rid of this. It's on thickish card, well, thickish paper, perhaps I should say. So for me, this feels like a natural kind of belly band piece because, of course, you know, it's not on flimsy paper. It's on sturdier stuff. So I thought, again, let's just kind of bring this along. It's something else then gone from, you know, my clutter that's everywhere. So let's just decorate this with a cluster. That might be too much blue, funnily enough. It's weird, but sometimes, you know, you try and tie things in with the same colours that they are, but actually what it really needs is like a contrasting piece, you know. And sometimes there's no way of telling which thing it is you need until you try it. So, I mean, actually, I think that's quite nice on there. It is a little bit on the small side, it's got to be said. Yeah, I probably would prefer it a little bit bigger than that. But it is quite nice. Now, the other thing that I've got those, you know, these corner pockets. I don't think this is going to work, but I thought let's just try this piece. Because we could always cut this down and have it a smaller one. Oh, that just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Yep. I thought it might make a pretty kind of like decorative element on like a belly band. I mean, obviously if we cut it down, although actually even if we cut it down, it's still going to be too wide for the piece, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, let's scrap that idea. Okay. But it was worth trying, wasn't it? It was worth seeing whether that would work. Actually, wonder if I'm better off trying to tie in that sort of purpley colour. Except I now haven't really got anything in that actual sort of colour. Perhaps I had best stick to where I was at in the first place. So I was going to cut this one out. Okay. Don't know why my eyes feel really blurry today. I must be just really tired, I think. They're kind of like, yeah, just blurry vision a little bit. Or perhaps it's just the heat, I don't know. But it's a bit annoying because when you're trying to cut things out, it's a little bit fuzzy around the edges. I do sometimes find that happens, you know, when you're quite tired. So yeah, that's probably all it is. It's just, you know, a bit overtired, but yeah, very annoying when you're trying to cut things because of course then you can't really kind of see so much what you're doing. I mean, that's quite pretty, isn't it? I'm wondering whether I need to kind of tie it in with a bit of something pinky purpley in that background. Got some purple or lilac sort of coloured doily. Just give that a try. I mean, that's really pretty, isn't it? Again, I'm thinking, will I actually be able to use that on a piece? Because to me, you know, that feels very specific, and the chances are I'm not really going to be doing a journal in all of these different colours, if you see what I mean. So, you know, then I'm going to find that a struggle to actually use it anywhere. Yeah, I'm not sure. These butterflies that we did a few weeks ago, I don't think they're going to be quite right. Okay, let's see what else I've got. Just seeing if I've got any more kind of purpley, lilac-y elements, you know, that would tie it all in a bit. Let's just see. I don't know now. Not sure, to be honest. Wondering whether to just come back to this one, because, you know, sometimes I just think if things don't come together straight away, it's, you know, don't do them. Today's not the day, if you see what I mean. So that seems to be my new saying, if you see what I mean. So I can only apologise that I seem to have now picked up yet another, you know, irritating saying. I know I've said this so many times before, but honestly, I can't really help it. And, you know, it seems that if I then try to stop saying it, I'm just going to invariably replace it with something else. You know, probably equally as annoying. Right, just wondering whether we could have that there. Again, just bringing in some lace. Yeah, I think probably I'm quite tired, and it's so very hot up here, so I don't think that's helping with the blurry vision. You know, tired and quite hot. Whoops. That's quite nice, isn't it? I'm just wondering if I need to just tear that postcard piece down a bit, because otherwise it's, you know, I'm not so keen on it with the straight edges. And actually think I need to ink up the lace, because that's quite stark. Let's just ink this up. Okay, let's glue these bits together. So I'll just dab a little bit of glue in there, a little bit around here. Okay, let's press that down. Okay, gonna have that there. Morning, sweetie. Morning. Yeah, that looks really nice. So let's just glue that on. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I like how that looks. Now, again, I'm just bringing in the bows just because, you know, I just really like using them at the moment. So, yeah, really boring, I know, but, you know, when you're really enjoying using something, I'm just doing that. So, yes, I do apologise if it's very annoying, but I'm just really enjoying using them. Right, let's just cut these two because they look like a good colour match for this. So I thought this one, but actually it's a bit too brown. This is a bit more kind of reddy brown, so I think will be a little bit better. Okay. Oh gosh, it's stifling. Absolutely stifling, honestly. That's my son, obviously just got up. I mean, to be honest, it's about, I don't know what the time is, but I think it's about 11:30. So yes, probably about time that he got out of bed. You know, my daughter and I, we've obviously been downstairs and had breakfast, and then she's gone back to her room, back on her tablet. But yeah, I mean, no, my son has just been in bed and obviously hasn't had breakfast. So yeah, but just gave up waiting for him. Just thought, oh well, just gonna have mine. And me and my daughter then, yeah, we just had ours because we just couldn't wait any longer, to be honest. Gets a bit like that with teenagers, doesn't it? I mean, actually, I can remember being a teenager and just once or twice, I'm not saying this was a regular event, but once or twice actually staying in bed the entire day. I mean, now you look back on that and think, what a waste. What a waste of time, you know. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know about crafting at that point. So, you know, wasn't like I was missing out on crafting because I didn't do crafting, you know, when I was younger. I just collected paper. I know I've said this before, but, you know, as a child, I kind of collected papers, decorative, pretty papers. It was more stationery type paper when I was growing up. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't really know what to do with any of my paper, so I would just kind of collect it and then, you know, just look at it, really, from time to time. So that's probably where the hoarding stems from. But, yeah, can remember being a teenager and just, you know, just hanging out in bed the whole day. Which actually, when you think about it, is even worse than the teenagers today, because let's face it, when I was a teenager, you know, it's not even like I had a mobile phone to be sat watching YouTube on, you know, or on an app or chatting to friends or anything. I mean, I literally must have been doing nothing. I think I had like a video, and I used to watch videos. So yeah, boring or what? Okay. And I can remember a friend, actually, she used to come round and stay, and you know, we were kind of like, oh, well, probably about 18, and we would go out on the Saturday night and, you know, be silly as you are when you're that sort of age, and obviously probably have far too much to drink, and, you know, probably come home feeling the worse for wear and all that type of stuff. And then I can remember us, she would stay over at my house, you know, my mum and dad's house, and yeah, we would then spend the whole day just laying in on the Sunday, and then we'd eventually get up, and there was like a little kind of place. Well, actually, it's where my sons both worked. You know, I've said about them working at a sort of restaurant / cafeteria, you know. It was at that place, and we would go down there, and we would have, I don't know, I suppose it would be termed brunch, really, if you were being posh. But I mean, in those days we weren't really posh, so we didn't say things like brunch. And we would go down there and have effectively brunch, which normally was egg, chips and beans. Egg, chips and beans. This would be perhaps about 4 in the afternoon, and then we'd just go back to my house, and we would go back to just laying around kind of in bed for the rest of the afternoon, you know, watching more films, more movies. I can't remember then whether we would eventually get up and go out on the Sunday evening again. But yeah, just hanging out together and kind of just lazing around for the whole of the Sunday. I mean, that's just terrible, isn't it? And like I say, you just look back now and go, oh my gosh, what a waste of time. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's just how it was. I mean, I don't think we did that often, but probably more often than I'd care to admit. I don't know. We went through a phase, obviously, of doing that. I think partly because, you know, we'd stayed out, obviously, far too late on the Saturday night, and, you know, probably, like I say, feeling a bit the worse for wear. I mean, I don't drink alcohol at all now. So for me, the thought of, you know, going out drinking until you feel ill, like the next day, oh, how horrible. I mean, maybe we didn't really feel that ill, because I don't think you do necessarily when you're younger, but yeah. And that was how we'd spend our Sundays. So for the sake of having a fun Saturday night, we'd kind of, you know, actually end up writing off and wasting our whole Sunday. I mean, nowadays, I think, oh gosh, I couldn't imagine anything worse than actually, like, you know, for the sake of having a fun evening, ruin your day the next day. I'm so boring. I'm like, no, go to bed at 10 so I can get up and enjoy my day the next day. Because even if I stay awake really late, you know, I'm then like really tired the next day. So, yeah, I'm kind of like early to bed, early to rise type person these days. So, yeah, goes to show, doesn't it? It all goes in phases, you know. But, yeah, how boring were we? How boring were we? But to be fair, I mean, I do think that's probably quite typical teenage behaviour, really. You know, I don't think we're alone in doing those things. Right, I'm just having a look, because I then suddenly thought, actually, you know what I'm going to add down on that flap? I'm going to add just a dictionary definition, I think, along there. Oh, or actually, mixed in with my dictionary definitions, like by mistake. Just got my butterflies. So now I'm wondering, oh, I might have that strip there. Oh, totally forgot that these were tucked into there. I mean, they were obviously tucked into the wrong place because it's labelled up dictionary definitions. So clearly these had no place being there, did they? But they had made their way in there anyway. Right, there's that one. Looking good. And then we go over here, and let me just put something down here. Maybe this one. I'm just trying to mouth to my son that I will be coming down in a minute. So I'm just, yeah, I'll be down after my video, sweetie. Right, let's just now ink this up a little bit. Oh, how lovely is that? Or do we want that up there? Again, let me just cut in some lace that we might want to just have on that little pocket. Did we ink that lace on the other side? Yeah, we did, yeah. Okay, let me just ink this. Just always feel like if you've inked it in one place, you know, you probably should ink it in both, if you see what I mean. So, yeah. Right, go across there. Like that. Let's pop that dictionary definition down. Okay. Whoops. Oh, missed the lid. There we go. Just dab that down like that. Okay. Yep, and was this a flap? Was this a flap or was it not? It was, and now, was it? Was it? That's the question here. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Must have glued it down somewhere along the line. Oh, glued it down by mistake. Look. Right, let me just peel that off. Okay, and let me just disguise that little mishap. Yeah, and I might just be able to put this or something just running down there. Okay. Oops. Okay, right, yep, that looks good. And then we will just have a look at all the pieces that we've done. Have a bit of a look at what we've done today. So, yeah, let's just glue that down. Okay, right, let's now, I'm just going to have to glue these bits of lace down because they're just annoying me. I can just keep seeing them kind of flapping around. And yeah, they're just very irritating to see them doing that. So yeah, that's a bit better. Right, okay, let's see the pieces that we have done today. So I mean, obviously we were doing the ready-made pieces and just kind of decorating them up, weren't we? So, you know, so they're ready to use. So we were using some of our ready-made clusters. I have to say, still got a massive pile here. So I seriously did not really make much progress with the clusters, did I? And I've still got a big pile of ready-made things, but these are the ones that we have done. So we did the double over the page pocket that then just, you know, slips over the page. We did this little pocket here. We did this gorgeous book page pocket. And then we did this one, which is a kind of lift up flap and pocket type item there. So, you know, although we haven't done many, in some ways I feel like we've done 6 because to be fair, this was a kind of double-sided, and so was this one. So yeah, I don't think we've done too badly anyway. So I hope that you like the pieces that we've done, and yeah, maybe kind of decorate some of your bits and pieces that you've got that are ready made. And yeah, have fun if you decide to do that. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.